What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to this Merseyside derby preview here on Anfield Agenda. Of course, the Reds take on Everton on Monday night, so it's going to be a bit longer of a weekend, but hopefully we can put right a few wrongs recently and get the points against Everton and push them back down the league table, where, look, let's be honest, we all feel that they belong. We will be doing the watch along from 7 p.m. on Monday on our Twitch channel. You can find the link for that in the description of this video. And as you can see from the top left-hand corner, we are being proudly brought to you with thanks to our friends at Circl. The football sweepstakes game where the winner is decided by events that happen live on the pitch and every single moment counts. If you would like to join us for this circle, which is going to be a countdown circle, meaning that every 15 minutes, 10% of the pot will be paid out and the remaining 50% paid out to one lucky winner when the referee blows that full-time whistle. You need to be UK resident, age 18 plus, and as I said, if you would like to join us, scan that QR code, top right-hand corner, or use the link in the description of this video. It is for 18 plus and UK residents, as I've mentioned. It is also a gambling product, so we urge you guys to please gamble responsibly. And this circle will have a £5 buy-in with a maximum of 100 places. So we look forward to playing along with you. And now let's get into the preview. Right, team news. So we know that Ibrahim Konate is ruled out. We know that we're not going to have Luis Diaz back just yet, although it's great to see that he's doing a little bit of running. Virgil van Dijk and Bobby Firmino, again, back training, but this game will come a little bit too early for them. So the good news is that Diogo Jota could be fit enough to take a place on the bench. Obviously not ready to start with the amount of time he's had out, but it's good news that he is getting closer and closer, and if he makes the bench for this game, let's just look at it as a bonus. From an Everton perspective, obviously it's a little bit touch and go whether Dominic Calvert-Lewin will be available. You would fully expect Sean Dyche to be setting his team up to just go diagonally long to him if he is. And yeah, look, that's the team news. So let's get into the selection headaches. And there are many headaches, trust me. So let's start off first with the first team that I'd mentioned. And I have changed it a little bit, so bear with me. So we're going to start off with a prediction for the score. And I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for the Reds. And look, I know, it's getting harder and harder to come on here, look at the camera and keep predicting Liverpool wins. But it's a derby. I have to believe that the lads are going to be up for this. I have to believe they're going to want to put right some wrongs and start picking up points. So no better place to do it than the Merseyside derby. So this is what I've gone with if Thiago is fit. Now I will show you the other team as well, but if Thiago is fit, this is the 11 I'd like to see. So Trent at right back, Robbo at left back, Matip and Gomez at centre back. But I'm not really that comfortable with Joe Gomez playing, if I'm being honest. If in an ideal world, is there an argument to be made for Nat Phillips to play? I'm probably pushing it a little bit, to be honest with you. So let's stick with Joe Gomez and Joel Matip as the two centre-backs. Moving into midfield, this is where it gets a bit more interesting. So we pretty much have most of our midfield available to us. Thiago's the only doubt. So with that in mind, I've gone for Stefan Bajcetic in the holding role, Jordan Henderson on the right, and Thiago Alcantara on the left. Up top then, Cody Gakpo on the left, Darwin Núñez to the centre, and Mohamed Salah on the right. But I did say there is an alternative to this. And in the alternative 11 that I've gone with, not only have I changed the midfield a bit, I've changed the formation. So this is what it looks like. If Thiago isn't available, I would love, ideally, to see Jurgen Klopp play with a 4-2-1-3. Can also be a diamond, a 4-2-3-1. But for this argument, let's just call it a 4-2-1-3. The reason for that being, I think that we would be able to have two holding midfield players ahead of the four defenders. And I think Bajcetic and Henderson would do a very good job there. Fabinho could, of course, be an option, but let's be honest, his form is absolutely abysmal at the minute. And full disclosure, I'd be looking to sell Fabinho in the summer if his form doesn't start to pick up. I know it's probably not a popular choice, but it's an honest choice. I just feel his days could be numbered. You know, Bajcetic is really rising to prominence. We've got Tyler Morton, of course, at Blackburn as well, coming back next season. So it's going to be even harder and harder. And with the addition of new midfielders in the summer, I think that Fabinho's time at the club could be limited. So in this scenario, I've gone for Bajcetic and Hendo in front of the back four. And that is exactly where I would tell them to stay, by the way. No moving out of midfield. No one of you going forward. Two of you there providing a shield to the defence. And don't go anywhere. Stay there for the entire game. Don't go forward. Don't even be tempted to do it. Just stay there and help us keep a clean sheet. Because that's what we need to do. We need to stop leaking goals, particularly early goals. How many times this season have we seen Liverpool go behind? It is frustrating. It is so avoidable. And last week was particularly annoying because we just capitulated early doors again, and it's so frustrating. I'm sure Jurgen Klopp would have worked all week on the training ground with the lads, and then they go out and do that. And yes, it was a bit unlucky. It was a Matip OG, but still, just not good enough defensively. So with this system, that's what I would have had. I would have 6 players basically with a defensive mindset. Naby Keita is probably the best fit for me to play in that hole, to be the conduit between midfield and attack. You could put in Harvey Elliott in there. You could put in Curtis Jones if you were an absolute raving lunatic. Or maybe Fabio Carvalho. But look, realistically, Carvalho hasn't been getting much playing time from Jurgen Klopp recently, so this is the most likely scenario, I think, and I'd have Naby Keita in there, in behind Cody Gakpo, Darwin Núñez and Mohamed Salah. Now, I think it's fair to say as well, our forwards all have to up their game a little bit. Mohamed Salah, look, his goal scoring record over the last 11 games, I think it's 3-11 or something like that. It's just not good enough for a player who has been our talisman for many years. Darwin Núñez has missed many good chances, and he needs to start putting them away. And of course, Cody Gakpo has come into a team that is completely devoid of confidence, but there have been some promising signs from him. And it's been interesting to read this week as well that he has been looked at as a Bobby Firmino replacement, alternative, whatever you want to call it, and not the winger that many of us had thought about. And it makes sense, particularly when you hear Jurgen Klopp speaking about the defensive side of his game and how good he is at pressing from the front. So for me, having Gakpo in the team, I'm willing to give him the rest of the season to bed in. There's no rush from me. Would be nice from his own perspective if he could score a goal just to get that monkey off his back yeah, it'd be nice, wouldn't it? Be nice to see Cody Gakpo score. But ultimately, I think he's doing all right, and I'm certainly not going to be judging him before the season is out because he's coming in a very, very difficult period. Now, it looks like in the coming weeks, we're going to have all of our boys back. Canade probably the only, I don't say long-term absentee, but certainly the only player who's going to be out for another 3 or 4 weeks. Van Dijk being back training is brilliant. Firmino being back training is brilliant. As I said, Diogo Jota being maybe available for the matchday squad, absolutely brilliant. But we miss Lucho, don't we? Diaz is the one that he's just such a difference maker. So I think when we get him back, we're going to be absolutely firing on all cylinders. But look, make no bones about it. This is a huge game on Monday night. Everton will be full of confidence after the victory over Arsenal. And let's be honest, none of us seen that coming. But we also have an opportunity to start playing catch up a little bit. United dropped points against Leeds at home. They have Leeds away again at the weekend. Newcastle also dropping a few points lately, and we have them, of course, coming up next Saturday. So plenty of reasons for us to try and find a spark of confidence here. And I'm backing our boys to get the result on Monday night. I don't think it's going to be easy, but I think the fans are going to play their part. The lads are going to be up for it. And hopefully, by the end of it, at 10 o'clock on Monday night, we're all celebrating another Merseyside derby victory over Everton. So look, it's over to you now, my friends. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video. And of course, if you want to join us for the game, scan the QR code, top right hand corner to join the public circle for this one. £5 buy-in, limited to 100 places. You need to be 18 years or over and a UK resident, and it is a gambling product. So please, always gamble responsibly. Much love, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.